welcome back to my channel. At kung bago lang kayo sa channel na to, huwag niyong kalimutang i-subscribe, i-like ang mga videos at i-ring ang notification bell para maging updated kayo sa mga video tutorials na ina-upload ko dito sa aking channel. So for today's lesson, ang pag-uusapan natin is how to graph a linear equation. So paano nga ba tayo mag-graph ng linear equation? So I have here the coordinate plane or the xy plane. So the vertical line is what we call the y-axis, and the horizontal line are what we call the x-axis. So I hope na kapag napanood nyo yung video na to, ibig sabihin, marunong na kayong mag-plot ng mga points sa isang rectangular coordinate system. Now, so in graphing linear equation, meron akong dalawang way kung paano siya i-graph. So ituturo ko sa inyo isa-isa kung paano ba mag-graph ng linear equation na sa tingin ko ay madali lang, na kayang-kaya nyo gawin. So, yung knowledge nyo kapag nag-graph kayo ng linear equation is magagamit nyo in solving system of linear equation, or maaari nyo siyang gamitin sa pagsasolve ng system of linear equation and inequalities. So, pag natutunan nyo na mag-graph, madali nyo na maintindihan yung system of linear equation. Now, so for the first process, or yung unang way natin kung paano mag-graph, is by the use of the slope and y-intercept. So, kunin lang natin yung slope ng ating given at saka yung y-intercept. So, paano natin gagawin yun? So, given here is 4x minus 2y equals 6. So, the given is in standard form of equation. So, to solve or to find the slope and the y-intercept, we're going to transform the standard form of equation into the slope-intercept form, or yung y equals mx plus b. So, transforming the given into the slope-intercept form, kailangan ang matira lang sa right side or sa left side is yung term na may variable y. So, kailangan nating malipat yung 4x dito sa kabilang side. Again, so we're going to use or to add the additive inverse ng term na ililipat natin. So, since kailangan nating ilipat yung 4x, we're going to add the additive inverse of 4x, and that is negative 4x. Then, minus 2y equals negative 4x plus 6. So, yung inad natin dito sa left side, inad din natin sa right side. So, makakancel na to. 4x plus negative 4x is 0. So, it will become negative 2y equals negative 4x plus 6. Then, solving for the value of y, we just divide both sides of the equation by negative 2. So, the answer will be y equals negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2x. Then, 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. Now, we have the slope-intercept form of the equation. We cannot determine the slope, and that is m. So, in our given, the slope is 2 over 1. So, bakit ko nilagyan ng over 1? Dahil po, mag-graph natin siya using the slope gamit yung ating rise over run. So, kung maalala nyo po yun, so yun po yung pinakamadaling technique. Rise over run. So, since positive siya, so 2 over 1, pwede rin natin gawin yung negative 2 over negative 1. So, dalawa yung possible na gamitin natin. So, we can use 2 over 1, and we can also use negative 2 over negative 1 since ang sagot din naman dito is positive. And for our y-intercept, which is denoted by b, that is 0, negative 3. So, meron na tayong value ng ating given. So, ipa-plot na natin yung ating given dito sa ating rectangular coordinate system. So, ang una niyong ipa-plot is yung y-intercept. So, alam naman natin na kapag y-intercept, nandun lang siya sa y-axis. So, madali niyo siyang matatandaan. So, since ang y-intercept natin is 0, negative 3, so, hanapin lang natin. So, the value of x is 0. So, sa x-axis, ang titignan nyo is yung 0, which is yung nasa gitna. And then, count 3 units pababa kasi negative 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. So nandito yung ating unang point, which is 0, negative 3. Then, pag nag-graph nila yung y-intercept, proceed na tayo dun sa slope. Gagamitin na natin yung rise over run. So, try natin gamitin yung una. Rise over run, 2 over 1. So, that means, dalawang rise. So, since 2 yung numerator and that, so, 2 yung rise, 1, 2. And yung ating denominator is 1, so run, 1. So, nandito po yung ating point. And ito po yun. So, kung gagamitin din natin yung negative 2 over 1, pwede din naman siya. So, since negative siya, ang rise natin is pababa. So, 1, 2, and then, yung run natin is negative, so pakaliwa. 1. So, tapat ko lang siya, baka hindi siya magtapat. So, ayun po. So, kapag nag-graph na natin, pwede na natin siyang i-connect. So, connect natin yung graph. Pasensya na po kayo kung hindi siya magiging straight. And this is the graph of 4x minus 2y equals 6. So, yan po yung pag-graph using the slope and y-intercept. So, for the second choice or second process na pwede nyo magamit is with the use of the x and y-intercept. So, using the x and y-intercept, hindi nyo na siya kailangan i-convert into y-intercept form or slope-intercept form of equation. Pwede nyo siyang i-direct sa pagkuha ng ating x and y-intercept. So, remember, kapag kukunin natin yung x-intercept, or A, ang value ng y ay 0. So, kapag naman y-intercept, or B, ang value ng x ay 0. So, yan yung palagi nyo tatandaan. Kapag kukuha kayo ng x-intercept, ang laging value ng y ay 0. And pag kukuha kayo ng y-intercept, ang laging value ng x ay 0. So, i-apply natin yung ating knowledge na nakuha dito, dun sa ating given. So, getting the x-intercept, we have y equals 0. So, substitute natin dito sa original equation, 4x minus 2y equals 6. So, by substitution, we have 4x minus 2 times 0 equals 6. So, cancel na itong negative 2 times 0 kasi ang sagot dyan ay 0. So, 4x equals 6. And then, so dividing both sides, ililipat ko lang dito. So, dividing both sides, 4x equals 6 divided by 4. So, x is 6 over 4. Then lowest term equals 3 over 2. And for our x-intercept, ang value natin ng A ay 3 over 2, 0. So para naman sa y-intercept, so dapat ang makuha natin is 0, negative 3 kasi parehas lang sila ng equation. So solving for the y-intercept, we have x equals 0. So, ito yung sa x-intercept. Ito naman yung sa y-intercept. So, substitution. Sa original equation, we have 4 times 0 minus 2y equals 6. Then, cancel na yung 4 times 0 since 0 yung sagot. And we will have negative 2y equals 6. Then dividing both sides by negative 2, the result is negative 3. So since x is 0, so 0, and our y is negative 3. And that is the x and y intercept. Then, pag nakuha na natin sila, saka natin sila i-plot sa ating Cartesian plane. So, plotting 3/2, 0. So, 3/2 means kapag change natin siya into mixed fraction, siya ay 1 and 1/2. So, ibig sabihin, isa't kalahati. So, kung i-graph natin siya dito sa ating Cartesian plane, so, since x siya, dito muna tayo sa x-axis tumingin. So, 1 and 1/2. So, nandito siya. 1 and 1/2. So, ito po yung ating 3/2, 0. And then, for the y-intercept, syempre, nandito na siya. So, as you can see, parehas lang sila ng magiging graph. Kasi nga, isang equation lang yung ginawa natin. Okay, so let's try another example para mas maintindihan kung paano mag-graph ng linear equations. So, let's have the given x plus 2y equals 4. So, same lang sila ng ating equation para makita nyo na parehas lang talaga sila ng nakukuha graph even though magkaiba sila ng process. So, using the slope and y-intercept, of course, we need to transform the given equation. If the given is in standard form, we're going to transform it into the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So, transforming the given equation, so kailangan natin ilipat yung x dito sa kabilang side. So, we're going to add the additive inverse of x both sides. So, that is x plus negative x plus 2y equals negative x plus 4. So, again, yung inad natin dito na inverse is inad din natin dito sa kabila. So, cancel na yung x plus negative x. So, the result will be 2y equals negative x plus 4. And then, solving for y, dividing both sides by 2, we have y equals negative x over 2 plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. Or, pwede rin natin sabihin na yung x over 2 is 1 over 2x. Para mas madali yung ma-identify yung slope natin. So, after natin ma-transpose into slope-intercept form, we're going to determine the slope. And the slope in the given is negative 1 over 2 or pwede rin 1 over negative 2. So, since parehas lang sila, kapag sinimplify natin is negative 1 over 2. So, negative 1 over positive 2 and 1 over negative 2. So, parehas lang sila ng magiging sagot. And for our y-intercept, that is 0, 2. Now, so again, same procedure. Ang una natin ipa-plot is yung y-intercept. So, plotting y-intercept in the rectangular coordinate system. So, we have 0, 2. So, 0, positive 2 is 0, positive 2. So, ibig sabihin, nandito siya. So, this is the graph of, or this is the point 0, 2. Now, so after natin mag-graph yung y-intercept, gawin na natin yung rise over run. So, for the first given, yung slope, yung negative 1 over 2. So, since negative siya, yung negative yung 1, so that means ang rise natin is pababa. So, negative 1, so 1. And then, ang run natin is positive 2, so ibig sabihin, pakanan. So, 1, 2. So, nandito siya sa tapat na to. So, yan yung ating graph ng negative 1 over 2. Now, check natin kung magtatapat sila kapag nilagay natin yung 1 and negative 2. So, rise over run, positive 1. So, 1, rise, dito siya. And then, yung run natin is negative 2. So, dalawang move pakaliwa. So, 1 and 2. So, nandito yung ating kuhang given. Then, connect the dot or connect the points. Kailangan maging straight sila para maayos yung ating pag. So, medyo hindi siya nagpantay, pero try pa rin natin. Try natin siyang pantayin para maayos. So, ayan po. So, that is the first line. Tapos, diretso natin dito. And, that is the graph. So, hindi siya tumama. Tama natin. So, yan po yung ating naging itsura ng graph. So, this is the graph of x plus 2y equals 4. So, this is by the use of the slope and intercept 4. So, using the x and y-intercept, so tingnan natin kung magiging pareho sila ng magiging graph. So, solving for the x-intercept, so, from the first example, alam natin na kapag x-intercept, y equals 0. So, by substitution, ipapalit lang natin yung value ng y dito sa ating original equation. So, we have x plus 2 times 0 equals 4. So, cancel na yung 2 times 0. So, the answer in that given is 0. So, cancel na natin. Ang matitira is x equals 4. So that means our x-intercept is 4, 0. And that is for our x-intercept. Para naman sa y-intercept, x equals 0. So tandaan, kapag y-intercept, x naman yung equal to 0. Then substitution again to the original equation, we have 0 plus 2y equals 4. Since x natin is 0, palitan lang natin siya ng 0. So, matitira is 2y equals 4. And then, dividing both sides by 2, y is equal to 2. And for our y-intercept, that is 0, 2. So, yun yung ating y-intercept. Now, we're going to plot each intercept in the Cartesian plane. Tingnan natin kung magiging parehas sila ng magiging graph. So, the first point is 4, 0. So, hanapin natin yung 4, 0 or x-intercept. So, ibig sabihin, nasa x-axis lang siya. Hanapin natin yung 4. So, positive 4 is nandito. So, as you can see, nandun din siya. Nandun din po yung ating 4, 0 dun sa graph nung given. And then we also have 0, 2 which is nandito na siya. So, ibig sabihin, kung i-connect natin yung dalawa, so parehas lang sila ng magiging graph. And that is how you graph the linear equation, especially in two variables, para maging madali na sa inyo yung system of linear equation. So, I hope nakatulong kung paano mag-graph ng given linear equation. So, using these two process. So, that's all for this lesson, and thank you so much. See you on my next video.